Yo, yo, yo. What is poppin', fellas? We had a crazy week one, I will say. But before we do get into it, tomorrow, we are recording this on 9/10 is 9/11. So we just wanted to kind of do a little memorial and never forget to everyone that was impacted by 9/11. We've also had a shooting and school shooting to not only Christian Kirk, but to some schools and to some kids that have unfortunately passed away due to it. So we want to say RIP to them and prayers out to their family and friend and really everyone involved. So family, friends, everyone involved, we're praying for you guys. I don't know if you guys have much else to say, but we wanted to kind of do that as today is a very important day. And I feel like our country's just going through a lot, and talking ball is small compared to things like that. So we kind of just wanted to do that. I know you guys feel the same way, but like I said, man, we had a crazy week one. We got a dub. Ant didn't. Ant actually got 2 L's, but we'll talk about that. Don't mean to shit on you too much, Anthony.
I was rooting for the pass for that one, man.
Yeah, I was too, man. I was too. And your secondary, they needed Christian Gonzalez. We'll say that.
It was rough. It was a rough showing there, eh?
Anyways, Cody, how's your week been?
Pretty good, man. I didn't have work today, so just kind of ran around, did some errands, did some job searching stuff.
Nice.
How's that going? Buns as usual.
It's tough, man. It's a tough market.
Got to put your head down and keep going. But, I just caught a pretty big fish last weekend.
I know, dude. That was a big boy.
I think that might be my biggest one. 8'5", I believe it is. We had yarn. I had to basically take the yarn, and I told Athana on one end, and I was on the other, and then I just measured it with the tape measure with Sean when I got home, and it was like right at 8'5".
That's a big boy.
Yeah, dude.
Big boy.
Oh my god, dude. We were out there. Well, I was out there for a while, a few hours before all the girls came, and I was just setting up and stuff, and just like making sure like I got all my stuff handled and everything's working smoothly. And then they came over and I was just catching bait, and a few hours went by, and then it got to the point where I was like, all right, we're gonna go to the game tonight. Like, we should probably be heading back. And I was like, why? I was literally, my head was down, and I was like swiping on my phone. I was like kind of dozing off, and then McKinley's like, hey bro, and I look up and my garage just goes,
oh shit.
And I just went over, dude. This is the scariest moment ever. Fishing. I set the hook, and before I can even get the drag set, he dragged me almost straight into the water. I went the hill where the rod holder is. I grabbed the rod out of it, and he dragged me straight down the hill into the water. And I was like,
oh my God.
And I I put my foot up on a rock. Like as I was going down, and I finally found a rock. I put my foot up, and I finally slowed down. I was like, oh my God, fuck. And he's.
How long was the fight?
45 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad. Nice. That's cool though, man. That was a big.
Yeah, you start to get the hammer on him after a while, and just all the leverage and shit, dude. I mean, he almost dragged my ass straight in the water. Well, and then Athana was helping out, landing it and stuff, and that was really funny because she was a little nervous, and I was like, rightly so.
It's a big ass boy.
I'm a little nervous. I was like, well, once he sees you, he's gonna take off. As soon as he saw Athana, he got up on the surface. He or she made eye contact with us and just dove straight back down and was gone. Another 25, 30 yard fucking run.
Not ideal. Anthony,
well, we know that these surgeons actually exist now, and they're not photoshopped whenever Cody catches them because they're witnesses this time. Yes. So Cody, I believe you now. Okay, I believe you. So
if I was there, it would have been a 9-5, but that's okay. I mean, 8-5.
If we got a fucking 9-5, dude, that would literally be.
That would be insane. That thing would weigh probably more than us. Actually, no, it would weigh more than us. It'd weigh what, like 250?
Dude, an 8 foot.
Anyways, while we're doing that, Anthony, how's your week been? Good.
It's been pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good. On last we talked, I was stressing about my skills test I had last week.
Yes.
Aced my, what was it? My BBM, and I aced my oxygen and non-rebreather mask skills test. And then I missed one thing on my CPR and AED, but that's fine. Passed it. So
Congrats,
that was great.
brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then now for this on Friday, I have my section 1 exam, which is on chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, and 17.
Ew.
It's a lot. So I have been studying like a madman. So
yeah.
Good for you.
I'm happy to get a break.
Quick.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm happy to get a break from that. And then if we're going to talk about, and then Sunday, man, oh man, Sunday, I lost. The Patriots lost. In our league that we're in, I lost in fantasy. In Dynasty, I lost. And then the only thing I won in was in the Yahoo League with the Stewards, and I beat Stewie. So that was at least fine. But it was bad. It was
1 for 3. Brutal.
1 for 4.
Yeah. Actually, 1 for 4. 1 and 3. That'd be a record. Sorry.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I was just going to go back to it. An 8'5" sturgeon weighs about 315 pounds.
God damn. So it literally would be us combined.
Yeah. And then a 9 foot
or 9'5".
What would 9'5" would be about a 445. Now, the state record, if I was able to hook onto the state record, it would be 628 pounds. Probably.
What is that? 11?
10'5" or 10'6".
Jesus Christ.
Because I forgot, I think in the state of Idaho, you have to beat like the record by like 2 inches for it to count. So it's like 10'4", so you'd have to get a 10'6", and that would be a 628 pound fish.
Yeah.
Which would literally be wild.
That's insane.
Well, Zach,
I had a pretty decent week. Work's been pretty solid, just been busy. I'm going to the DMV tomorrow. Wish me luck. Seriously, pray for me. I'm going in the morning, so I'm hoping that it's okay. But had a work event today. Thursday will be DMV. And then Friday, I'm just going to be chilling. I honestly had a pretty good weekend. I went undefeated in all football. Probably won't be able to stay that for the rest of the year, so I'm pretty happy about it. But I am ready to talk ball, and it is time. Let's get into it.
Green 18. Red 48. Settle down. Wide 80. Set hut.
We suck. We suck. Get rid of Belichick. Get rid of Mac Jones. Get rid of our entire fucking receiving core.
You guys are 2-8.
That's what I thought.
2-7, 2-8. It doesn't matter. We still suck.
So Seahawks played the Ravens. Final score was 28-25. Geno Smith, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Anyway, not really much to write home about that game. Just
right.
This is
I don't think Jared Goff is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC.
Wait, are you putting Justin Herbert over Jared Goff?
Yes.
It was like an interview for like a new podcast company. Called Brazzers. I mean, you could see I'm literally in the headquarters right now, dude.
How telling that intro is. Man, oh man. Some things just don't change. And you know what doesn't change? Patriots sucking. Because they're 0-1, but we'll talk about that. Jared Goff sucking without a good coordinator. And Justin Herbert outdoing Patrick Mahomes, making him better than Jared Goff. I'm back on the bandwagon a little bit. I will teeter it down just a teeny bit because I need to see in the playoffs. However, very telling. Also, Geno Smith, 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sound familiar, Ant? We'll get into it, though. We'll get into it.
Hey, you know who else still sucks? Jake Moody!
Yes. We're getting into that. Speaking about that, we are going to get into the news section. Fellas, let me tell you this. I have never, in my 20, almost 6 years of living in life, have ever been this excited for a player getting waived because the Niners have done it. The Niners have finally waived 2023 turnaround pick, Jake fucking Moody.
Clemson legend, Jake Booty. Get him the fuck out of Santa Clara.
Guys, it is a fucking miracle. The best week ever. Some 49ers fans have been saying it's the best week ever. And we have multiple injuries we'll be talking about. But like I said, the 49ers have waived Jake Moody. It's a great fucking week. Great week. This was well overdue. Should have been done in the preseason. Anyways, 49ers signed Eddie Pinheiro as his replacement. Already liked the guy. He's came in, had a press conference, said, you got to make kicks. If you don't make kicks, you obviously get waived. So he is clearly someone that knows what's going on. And he is aware of what's going on in the situation. Now, the happiness ends because the 49ers injury bug yet again continues over this saga of Kyle Shanahan and a horrible strength and conditioning locker room because I don't get it. I don't know how it happens every year, but George Kittle is placed on IR with a hamstring injury. And before we got these updates, JJ was questionable. He had a CT scan, nothing too serious, but he didn't practice today. That was the update that we made after the morning practice. And in bigger news, Brock Purdy, he can miss multiple weeks and is questionable with a toe and shoulder injury. He did not practice today, which was another update that we had to add. And based off of what Kyle Shanahan said, he is a long shot to play Sunday. Now, the good news is we're playing the worst team in the league. The bad news is, why do we keep getting injuries? Couldn't tell you. Oh, it's beyond frustrating, but we're going to continue to move through all of this. Anthony, we're going to get to your team a little bit. The Patriots have released Jabril Peppers. No clue why you guys did that. I thought he was a great player for you. But he is signed with the crash-out team themselves, the Steelers. They have two guys that are just going to put a licking on you. Jalen Ramsey, which we saw with the ending of that game. We'll talk about it a little bit.
He's got that primeness back in him, dude.
Jabril Peppers. Both of them, man, they're hitters. And
Anthony,
Jalen Ramsey.
do you think you're going to win a game this year?
That boy was a hitter. That boy's a hitter.
Do you honestly think you're going to win a game this year? Because you guys just lost to the Raiders, and there wasn't really much expectation coming out from them either.
Hey, you do have an excuse. A top 3 cornerback was out.
That is fair.
But we'll get to
top
that.
Top 3 cornerback was out, but
the Eagles have traded for Tank Bigsby. Why? Couldn't tell you. Their secondary looked awful. Not the run game. They have probably one of the best running back rooms in the full NFL. The Jags get a 5th and 6th round pick for him. That is a crazy good deal, in my opinion. Don't really know why the Eagles did it, but they did it. Derrick Henry, with his crazy performance against the Bills, minus the fumble that he had in the 4th, which we'll talk about, has moved into 6th all-time in rushing touchdown leaders ever. He's also top 10 ever in rushing yards. Fellas, there's going to be serious talk after this year and when it's all said and done for him being a top 5 running back ever. I mean, Derrick Henry is incredible. I just wanted to put that in there because shout out to you, Derrick Henry, even though you were part of the reason why you lost the game, but whatever. Moving on kind of more into the week 1 and kind of what happened and what happened afterwards. Jalen Carter has been was ejected for spitting on Dak and has been suspended without pay for 1 game. Now, here's the caveat. He was disqualified before participating in a single play because he spit on Dak right after the kickoff and when they were squaring up. So the suspension is considered to have been served in week 1. He will be eligible to play in week 2 against the Chiefs. I think this is fucking crazy. I'm sorry. First of all, I get 1 game. Fine. That makes sense. But we're going to keep him for week 2 after he did it in a week 1 game and say that the suspension is done because he didn't play because it happened before the first play even happened, before the first play on offense or defense even started, because there was a first special teams play, which he wasn't in on, but no one ran an offense play. No one ran a defense play. He spit on him, and we're saying that that is his 1 game suspension without pay. Also, 1 game for that? Is that the precedence you really want to set?
Lock him up.
I don't know, man.
Lock him up.
I think 2 games is minimum.
I'm just kidding.
That's my humble opinion, but I don't know. But Dak did provoke it a little bit, so maybe that's why it was. Spitting on someone's just not acceptable. It's not.
No.
It's one thing to fucking do a dirty hit. Spitting on someone is like a disgusting human being act in general. To do it on an NFL field where there's kids that look up to you and watch you, really? 1 game? And you're considering it already done?
It's also considered as an act of violence as well. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, we're saying it's already been served and it's an act of violence and that disgusting and really bad for the kids. I don't know. I think he at least should be out for 1 more game. That's my humble opinion. Anyways, we'll move on because we have a lot to talk about. Fuck, dude. Probably the worst looking team in the weekend had some even worse news. Tyreek Hill has been accused of domestic violence, and I believe this is his 2nd time, or he's had some crazy thing with his 9 fucking baby mamas that he has. What does this mean for the Dolphins? There's been talk about speculations about him maybe going back to the Chiefs after Worthy's injury. How do we feel about this, fellas? And I will add an update on this from what I've seen, the Dolphins have not took any trade phone calls in regards to Tyreek, so they do want to keep him. However, this is my humble opinion. After this year, Mike McDaniel, Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, all of them are not going to be Dolphins. They are gone. And they might be the worst team in the NFL. They made the Colts look like they were ran by Peyton
Daniel
Manning.
Jones had a career game.
They made it look like he was an all-pro.
And the Colts fans will learn that he will eventually let you down. So let's not be blinded. But that was an insane game. That guy literally looked
like Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning.
He looked like prime Peyton Manning out there. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all the boys just slinging it, bro. Just literally absolutely slinging it. It was just freaking wild.
I want to eat my words a little bit because I thought it was the wrong decision. I thought Anthony Richardson was the right decision. He played great. And that Dolphins secondary, maybe it's fucking horrible. Maybe it is. But we're not talking about the Colts as a top 10 wide receiver room. Yes, you have Josh Downs. Yes, you have Michael Pittman, the big boy. Yes, you have Tyler Warren. There's some players, but we're not talking about them as top 10.
Now, so my other concern about that entire game in general, since we're just on that topic right now, when are people going to actually stop defending CTE Tua turn the ball over? Okay, when are people going to stop fucking defending him? It's insane. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Like, why? Why are people defending this bum? He's not
Nick Saban's child,
dude.
Nick Saban's
he throws up gang signs better than he throws a fucking football. That's where we're at this point. Sorry, but it's the truth. He throws it up like he's actually a crip, and then he throws a ball to the defense. Dude,
to the defense.
The first 3 drives the Dolphins had: interception, fumble, interception. Unacceptable. The Dolphins.
I don't.
You might have start fucking tanking for a quarterback that's coming out.
Yes, I agree with that.
Hey, hop on the fucking Gus bus. Garrett Nussmeier, hop on it. Hop on the Nuss bus. I'm telling you, bro. It's just unreal. Anyways, we're going to kind of segue into our week 1 recap. Holy fuck. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That is the best slate of games I think we've had as a week 1 opener in 5 years. Yeah. Every game was good. Almost every game was good. It was almost impossible for me to highlight these, but we've highlighted some of the ones that we're going to talk in yellow for a little bit. And then obviously the ones that we'll get into in green. All of the primetime games were close and good. Now, the Vikings and Bears, you could argue, wasn't very fun. The rest of them, starting off Thursday night, Cowboys and Eagles. We'll make this quick. My takeaway, the Cowboys are better than we thought. They are better than we thought, and the Eagles might be worse. That every offseason move that they made on defense might come back to haunt them just a little bit because that defense was getting torn up. Their secondary did not look great. They looked like some rookies going into their sophomore potential slump season, or rookies who are not going to progress into even better players, although they were Pro Bowlers and All Pros. They looked rusty, man. They looked like they were not the same type of players they were last year with that pass rush and defensive line that they had. They got rid of 2 of their great players, and again, this happens. But Jalen Hurts looked good. AJ Brown, 1 catch, 8 yards. Get to reading books, brother. It's going to be a long season if that's the case. Anyways, I think you guys agree with me. Cowboys look good. And I'm a Cowboys fucking hater. So moving on to the Friday night game. Jesus Christ. It is nice to see the fucking Chiefs at the bottom of the AFC West because the Chargers won. The Chargers won, and what is Justin Herbert's undisputed best game of his career. He outdueled Patrick Mahomes and probably would have outdueled any quarterback this week besides maybe Josh Allen, which we'll get to. He looked incredible. He looked like the 5th best, 4th best quarterback in the league, which we've been saying. He has the talent to do it, but when you don't back it up in the playoffs and you have more interceptions and you have 0-2 record and you don't play well, how can we put you in the top 5? I've been defending you for years, brother. Been defending you for years, and this is all I'm going to say. Do it again when it matters. Do it in the playoffs. Do it when it is to clutch a game to win the AFC West. All I'm going to say.
All I'm going to say now is it does help when you have a little bit of motivation. And this person I'm talking about, her name is Madison Beer. I think it would help any of us if we were, if she was slobbing on us too. I think that would give us all the motivation in the fucking world. And yes,
I don't want to go out there, but brother in Christ, that video of her like on the sideline, she turns around at the camera. I was like, Jesus Christ, no wonder Justin Herbert's balling out. She looks incredible. Anyways, Justin Herbert had a career fucking day. Also, Justin Herbert, I envy you. You make $115 million. You're 6'6", good looking, dating Madison Beer. Beat Patrick Mahomes, outdueled the best quarterback potentially of our generation. Fuck you, but you're awesome. Please do it in the playoffs. Anyways, getting on to our real deep dive in the first Sunday game that we had. Raiders at Patriots. Anthony, I'm going to give my opinion after I allow you to speak. You have the floor, brother.
I don't know where to start with this. Okay, I'll be straight up with this. Okay, first drive of the game, we get ran through. Our defense just gets ran through, and it was it was bad.
Cheesecake.
It was bad.
Geno Smith looks really good.
It looked like they put a butter knife and they just stuck it through a nice hot steamy slice of butter and just carved it out. That's exactly what they were doing to our fucking defense. And I got worried instantly. But then we came back a little bit and I went, okay, we have a good game here. At halftime, we were up by 3, 13-10. I said, we have a chance here. We have a shot here at doing this, but we need to continue pressure and we need to cover Brock Bowers. That's all I fucking said. It's what I called Zach. It's exactly what I told him. We didn't do that. Nope. And on top of that, there was no offense there. It's like all motivation was lost. I don't know what happened to the team after halftime. They just did not show up. It wasn't there. And we just got ran through at the end. Nevertheless,
you looked almost slow. That makes sense. Like it looked, exactly. It looked like you thought you had the game in the bag. And this is not the same Raiders team last year, year before that, where you just steamroll. Like it's really not. It's not. And look, that's not the start that we thought was going to happen. I think we went 0 for 3 in that. But dude, the Raiders, we had them as a borderline wildcard team. They could be good this year. That AFC West. Holy moly, that's going to be a shit show. Anyways, I do want to say a couple of things. Will Campbell, bit of a disappointment. 2 pressures, 2 sacks allowed, not a great PFF grade. Was decent against the run, and mind you, I'm going to give him props. First of all, this is his first NFL game. Second of all, he was going up against Max Crosby, who is not arguably, in my opinion, a top 5 defense player in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's top 3 at his position. He's incredible. It's going to happen. It was probably his welcome to the NFL moment. Now, if he does it again next week, I'd be worried. I would be worried, brother. But again, look, he's going to be a bit of a project. We thought he was going to be great coming out. I still think he's going to be great. That was kind of my big takeaway. The other one was Drake May. Didn't do anything special. Didn't do anything bad. He just looked kind of average, which I don't necessarily want to see out of Drake May. I think he'll take the step, but again, there's a lot of new pieces to this offense. Trayvon Henderson's explosive, didn't look explosive. Stephon Diggs, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't look like the offensive line was great. And again, it's not a great sign for you if that's what to come, because the Raiders are a bottom tier defensive line group. Like, they don't have a good defensive line. Now, Max Crosby's great, but I think you guys will definitely turn it around. Mike Vrabel's too good of a coach to allow that to happen, 2 weeks in a row. And I don't know who you guys play this week. I was trying to find that. No, we do have it. Patriots Dolphins. It'll be a bounce back win. I think this will be a better, although it might be a tough game for Will Campbell again, because the Dolphins, if the Dolphins have anything, it's that front 7. It's pretty solid. But again, look, I think it's week 1. It's rusty. It's kind of hard to tell. We're going to move on to the next game unless you have anything more to say, but that was kind of my opinion. All right, Cardinals at Saints. Both these teams are ass, and we'll move on from that. Dolphins at Colts. Dolphins, yet again. You made fucking Daniel Jones make – he looked like number 18, Peyton Manning. He looked like
Prime
the commander.
Kentucky Daniel Jones.
He looked like he was legit the best quarterback in the league. I mean, it was incredible. He was wheeling and dealing with fucking wide receivers that aren't even good wide receivers. I'm going to be honest. Everyone had a catch in that game. Everyone was burning your defensive backs. It was incredible. Now, are the Colts good? I don't think so. I think they're better than some teams think. Don't think they're going to win the AFC South. AFC South is going to be fucking weird, by the way. That was weird to me. A lot of those teams, like the Jags, they're pretty decent. Anyways, Dolphins, your ass. like I said, those 3 are gone at the end of the year. Moving on. Steelers at Jets. Holy moly. We have a resurgence of Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields because both those quarterbacks were wheeling and fucking dealing. Yeah. I mean, we thought this was going to be an ugly game. We probably predicted 17 dead. No, it was a shootout. And just like that Colts team, there were Steelers guys where I was like, who the hell is that? Who is that catching the ball? I'm like, holy moly. Aaron Rodgers, though, 4 total touchdowns. We'll see. Don't want to say anything. Don't want to say anything more, but that is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. And that Jets defense is not good. But anyways, Giants at Commanders. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Commanders did not impress me.
No,
fully, they did not impress me. The Giants didn't impress me. Both defenses were kind of flat, but both offenses couldn't do anything. I was like, Debo was the best player on the field. Debo was the best player on the field for the Commanders. Now, I do want to say this. We talked a little about Will Campbell and rookies. There was a rookie that had a play that I need to show you guys. I would hope that you guys have seen this already, but I will say we're going to be talking about the Giants, and I didn't know Vince Carter played for the Giants, and I'm a bit confused because Vince Carter is a basketball player. Let me show you this.
I saw that.
What in the flying fuck are you doing, Abdul Carter? What in the flying fuck are you doing, Abdul Carter? I saw comments on the NFL or whatever Instagram it was that posted this. They were like, I think he got confused because he's never not been blocked in his life. I'm like, if you're not blocked, one of 2 things is happening. 1, they're running a screenplay behind you. They're not running a screenplay in the fucking red zone. I can tell you that. 2, you got unblocked because that fucking offensive tackle did nothing. He sat there as if his fucking controller died. And you go up as if you're Vince Carter trying to close out on Stephen Curry on a 3-pointer. Make Lamar edit on me. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? Anyways, I will say, I'm going to give him credit, though. He had a pretty good rookie start. I do want to find what I saw. He had 0.5 sacks and 2 pressures. And then his PFF grade, pretty fucking decent for a rookie in his first start. Overall grade was 81.5, which was 15th out of 134 defensive ends. He had a pass rush grade of 78.3, which was 13th, a run defensive grade of 65.5, and then he had 1 sack as well. So he had a pretty good start. And again, I think he's going to be unleashed once the Giants do kind of fit him into their role. I think he played about 65% of snaps, which probably means he doesn't know the defense fully yet, but I'll tell you that play is not going to get you on the field more than 65% of the snaps. Got to hit the motherfucker.
What about the play when Russell Wilson tripped over himself?
Oh, please show that if you have it. That one was incredible too.
I don't
have it, but that was the meme matchup of the week, at least in game, because there were so many memes that came out of that. Also, Jackson Dart, you got to play him. Russell Wilson's beyond his prime, man. He's beyond his prime.
That's what I was saying.
Panthers, yeah, dude, it's pretty bad. Like, honestly, he was bad with the Broncos, but he looked horrible. And it's insane. The head coach, I'm blanking on his name right now. Doball, I think is his name. Mike Doball? No, whatever. The head coach said that they had studied the offense and they had studied all of Russell Wilson's plays to ensure that he can succeed in this offensive scheme that they put around him. Not a great look for him. Panthers at Jaguars. The Jaguars won pretty convincing. Bryce Young might be a bust. I think it's time to finally say it. He's had some good stretches. He just doesn't look like he's progressing fully. And again, I'll give him some time before I fully say that. But the Jags, man, they might be a sleeper team in that AFC South because Houston didn't look great either. I don't know. We're going to see. Bengals at Browns, holy ugly. That was a disgusting game. Joe Burrow looked like he was a bottom of the tier quarterback. And surprising enough, the Bengals won because of their defense. Never thought I'd say that. Unreal type of game. Buccaneers at Falcons, sneakily one of the best fucking games of the whole week. And we kind of guessed that. The Buccaneers had a game-winning drive in which Ibuka. Thank you. I was going to fucking blank on that. Looked like he is an all-pro already. I mean, he's incredible. Ohio State native or alumni wide receiver. And maybe he was overlooked a little bit just because of their wide receiver room, but Emeka Ibuka is incredible. He really is. He looks like a pro. He acts like a pro. He even called his own touchdown to win that game. It's incredible seeing that from a rookie. Look, if we're talking about top 10 wide receiver groups, I think the Bucs are in it for sure. They have some ballers, and Ibuka is incredible. What a catch by him. What a performance by Baker Mayfield. Dark horse MVP? We'll see. Afternoon game, 49ers at Seahawks. This is the other one that we really wanted to talk to before we get into the craziest game that we've seen in probably years. Look, man, I'm not impressed. I'm happy we got the win. Obviously, Jake Moody missing those field goals sucked, and he got cut, which is nice. I thought Brock had 3 bad throws the whole game. 2 of them were intercepted. One was a touchdown in which our third-string tight end, Most Wolin.
Oh, it was such a ballsy throw, dude. That was really bad. Thank God he came down with that.
Tariq Woolen had a perfect passer rating against him. When the ball was thrown his way in the Week 1 game against him, he had a perfect passer rating. Brock Purdy, that was. Not a good stat for him. He looked brutal. Look, man, my takeaway is this. You can't feed CMC because he doesn't look nearly as explosive. He's going to get hurt. We have the injury bug again. Brock looked like he was Brock. He made a couple of bad plays, and maybe he was forcing stuff because Juwan Jennings was out. George Kittle was out. He didn't have the necessary weapons that he's seen. Those throws were bad, though. They weren't necessarily encouraging. I do think his game overall was pretty encouraging. And look, sometimes you got to go down and make a play. We weren't going to kick a field goal to win it. We knew that. We couldn't. Sometimes you got to make a play, and that's what Brock did. He allowed one of his players to make a play. Injuries are crazy. We do have a soft schedule. But again, like I've said, after the Saints, it's tough. Jags, Falcons, Rams, Houston, I believe, is who we have coming up. So to not be healthy is not ideal, is all I'm going to say. Great game, though, overall, and happy to get the dub. Cody?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, just like any other divisional game, it's going to be a dogfight. Like when we were talking about or about to talk about the Ravens and Bills game, or, Dallas and Eagles. And, San Francisco and Seattle, we know it's going to be a dogfight. And I think, I'm glad Jake Moody's gone. The guy was just a liability. I mean, the kid would drill a 50-yarder and then he would miss a 28 chip shot.
27.
Unreal.
And that's what he missed in the game. And he hit the goalpost. It's just incredible.
Yeah, we're getting hit with the injury bug again. CMC kind of being questionable. I think just the brutality of the game is getting to him. Kittle being out, and then I think what's his face had a pretty decent game. Ricky Pearsall, I saw him.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall balled out
some good balls, and I was pretty happy about that because I was an advocate for him from the beginning. It was a sloppy win. So it's just a lot of stuff that we have to clean up and kind of game plan for this week, and it's just trying to replace guys with other players. It's going to be hard to replace Kittle, but I feel like our backups are normally pretty decent.
Yeah, and it is the Saints. I will say, sloppy win. Need to definitely fix penalties, special teams, which it looks like we're working towards, and turnovers. But I will say, a bright spot, our defense looks like it could be top 10 again. Robert Saleh is probably the second best defense coordinator in the league. Our defense looks incredible. I was hyped about that. That was awesome. Seattle's offense on paper is incredible. Now, their offensive line might not be good. It was awesome to see Nick Bosa end that game, but that's besides it. I think that was a good win, but look, man, it's not encouraging like I feel like we're going to be a Super Bowl team. There's a lot to work on. Hopefully we can get healthy, and that's it. Titans at Broncos. I really do think the Titans kept this close, and it was a decent game. I mean, it was a good game for Cam Ward. I think his stats were not nearly as well as he played just because he put some balls in some tight spots and his receivers didn't come down with it. The Broncos will have a top 5 defense in the league. That's guaranteed. Their offense, though? Bo Nix did not look great. That'll be a thing to watch. That's for damn sure. Lions at Packers in a game that we thought could have been the second best game of the week. Was not. The Packers gave belt to ass, and I'm worried. I'm sorry. I'm worried about the Lions. I mean, you get rid of both your coordinators, Jared Goff typically plays well with a good system and a good coordinator. Didn't look special. Jahmyr Gibbs didn't look special. He was getting hit behind the line of scrimmage multiple times. Last year, I think he led the league in when he got hit, which was 2 yards after the line of scrimmage. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. That Green Bay team is loaded. They are fucking loaded. They are good everywhere. Like, they're not great, but they are good everywhere.
Pretty good, too.
Jordan Love is good. They have good wide receivers. Not a wide receiver one. I'll never admit that, but they do have good wide receivers. Great running back. Great offensive line. Their defense is very good overall. They're good. They're probably the best team in the NFC right now, at least from week 1 and just kind of their offseason players that they got. But Texans at Rams is the last one before we get into the final 2 primetime games. And look, we're not going to talk about this much. The Rams defense looked incredible. CJ Stroud looks again like he's kind of having a sophomore slump in his 3rd year. He hasn't been incredible for multiple games now, and I'm a bit worried for CJ Stroud. But again, nothing really excited me about this game. Like Puka Nacua got a cut. Cool. He played through it. That was cool. Rams didn't excite me. Houston didn't excite me. It was really just kind of a Seattle versus Niners type of game. A grinder. You got to get in. You got to get out. Rams took care of business. Now we're going to get into 2 more games. The Sunday Night Football game, Ravens at Bills, is going to be the best game of the year and is probably the best game that I've witnessed in the regular season since that Chiefs versus Rams game.
Dude.
Holy fuck, fellas. What the fuck are the Ravens doing?
I don't know how they give up a
15
points. A 12? Was
15
it 12
points
or 15?
in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes.
Dude, I was at work and I had my head down and I was doing something like we were closing up and I look up and I was like 41-40. What the fuck? And I look over and my coworker's like, dude, the Ravens fucked up big time. Josh Allen came in and saved the fucking day. And I was just like, that's fucking wild to me, dude. But like that's literally those type of games when those 2 high caliber offenses go at it, dude, you know it's going to be a high scoring game. I mean, that is crazy. If you had the over on that game, fucking congratulations. So, dude. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see another game like that. And half the Bills fans left. And
they left after that. Or they left after they had the 15-point lead with like 6 minutes left or something like that. And they had just left. It was like unreal. And Josh Allen was like, that's why you play until the whistle's over. Like the crowd's leaving, blah, blah, blah. We were locked in. I'm like, oh my God. Listen to this. Holy fuck, fellas. We literally just witnessed fucking history. According to Sharp Football, it was only the 4th time since 2000 that an NFL team won a game despite trailing by 15 plus points with 4 minutes remaining in the game. Overall, teams in that scenario now have a 4-2,312 record since 2000.
That's insane.
Per Opta Stats, no team in pro football history has completed that comeback and won the contest in regulation. The Buffalo Bills are the first team in NFL history to be down 15 points with under 4 minutes left and win the game in regulation. Never seen anything like it. Craziest game of the year. I'm probably going to call it now. Moving on, Monday Night Football. We'll get into a little bit. Dude, I'm going to eat my words a little bit. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be a superstar. You've heard it here first.
You're finally admitting it.
I'm admitting
it.
We've
been on this.
Thank God.
I literally said it at USC.
It's tough. It's tough
when he was at USC, dude.
He doesn't have the mental tangibles. He doesn't have the mental tangibles. He doesn't know how to put people in motion very well. He doesn't take control of the offense.
That's what happens when you play in the Pac-12.
When he rolls out and he can play wherever he wants, he makes throws that 5 quarterbacks in the league can make. Like that throw to Rome Odunze on the sideline, incredible throw. But then he does bonehead shit where he like tries to throw a fucking screen pass and he throws it behind the fucking quarter or the running back. And it's like, you can't have that. You can't. I do think he'll be above average superstar. We'll see. Moving on to the last 3 segments. Last 3 segments. I like that. We have a little bit of a surprise. Getting into fantasy, Cody, week 1 L. Give us a preview or a recap.
Okay. So T-Lou sent me over the information today on like how our team did. And I looked and I was just severely disappointed. First of all, the best player was Zay Flowers. I mean, he had an outstanding game at Buffalo. I mean, he went absolutely off, really. 28 points is freaking insane. So that was good there. And then Jameis Williams, which was just the middle of the pack, got 6 points. And then, shocker, worst player, Mark Andrews, freaking Baltimore explosive offense gets a freaking 1.5. And I'm like, dude, you got to be fucking
I just don't understand that pick
just,
either. Like, we watched what happened last year. He wasn't
Mark
great.
Andrews, dude, he's just started falling. Dude, he's been kind of slowly falling. And I loved him, dude. He was an Oklahoma alumni, has been great. And then it's just the last few years, his production has just slowed down really bad. I mean, dude, literally a 1.5 when the score was 40-41 and you're the starting tight end. Like that's
like the worst part. One point.
Bad. And then it's like
in a game that had 81 points.
Looking at the other players, I mean, Joe Burrow did not do well.
No.
It's just it was flatlined. Their defense really is the reason, and we called it. We said it from day one that their defense is going to be the reason why they do anything. And then, or not? No, we didn't even say that. No, we said that Joe Burrow and the offense is probably going to be the only reason why they're in anything, and that their freaking defense is going to let them down.
It was shocking that their defense won the game for them.
And they did the opposite. So Ashton Genty 12 points, Amara and Hampson 8. I mean Malik Neighbors 12. It's just not a great showing. He did pick up who is it? He did pick up Hollywood Brown, which I think is a good pickup.
He had 19 fucking targets.
Another Oklahoma native. So I mean, it's bad. I mean, Mark Andrews, a 1.5. I mean, boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I ran an arrow route as fast as I fucking could in the NFL 5 years ago during my prime athleticism, and I was wide open and I caught the ball, and I headed upfield for 15, 20 yards before getting touched. It was a broken defensive play, and somehow I'm wide open. I'm getting more than a 1.5.
I agree.
Like it's just so bad. So, but moving on.
Yeah. Talk about your second L of the weekend. Sorry.
Well.
Well.
Just for starters, I scored 79 points.
Fuck.
I can't laugh because I think our team put up.
You can't laugh. Yeah, you can't laugh.
I did not have a say in any of those draft picks, though. I feel like if we got to say, we wouldn't have a team pretty much full of rookies and duds.
I don't understand. I don't understand. The team that I drafted scored 79.
You guys had 8 more points than him. 8 more points than Anthony. You could barely talk.
Anthony.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Had 8 more
you
points.
Had a bad week.
And our freaking
I genuinely just don't understand how I only the team that I drafted scores 79. I genuinely have no fucking idea how that happens. So let's just jump into it. All right. Best player, and just keep in mind, no one was fucking good on this week. All right. But best player was Devon A-Chain with 16.5 points. Okay. He finally came in a little bit at the end of the game there. Sure. Most mid player. There's so many mid players. I just chose the one with the next highest score. That's Alvin Kamara with 13. 13! It's the next highest on my team. And then the worst player. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Evan Ingram, Chase McLaughlin.
Oh my God.
Bills defense. I put Bills defense on there because at that point it was the last game and I didn't give a shit anymore.
Wait, why'd you start the Bills defense?
It didn't matter. I lost. I was like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to put him in. And literally it says here, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Evan Ingram, Chase McLaughlin, Bills defense, and then in parentheses, the list goes fucking on. Everyone on my team played like shit. Do you know it's bad when Javonte Williams is on my bench scoring 20 points? You know it's bad when Jacoby Myers is on my bench and he scores almost 18. Both of them are the highest scoring players on my team, and they were on my bench. I was losing it on why the fuck am I saying Sunday? It was insane.
You know what's awesome? After Thursday and Friday, I was going up against Mitch. He had 3 players. They scored 55 points. and I get a text from Bubby, you need some help in fantasy.
Yeah,
you're going to need some help in fantasy.
Always chirping.
He said it's not looking good for you right now.
Not looking good for you in fantasy.
Always the text.
None of my players had played. Anyways, I got kind of lucky. I will say I scored 108 points. Probably average. I probably should have lost. I won, though. My best player was Garrett Wilson. Damn it, I did not put the points. Now I look like an idiot.
Wilson.
Dude, I'm telling you. He's going to cook this year. He's going to cook this year. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Let's see. Sorry. League. Week 1. Garrett Wilson had... Oh, my God. Why aren't you going to week 1? Can I not just, look at this?
Here, I'm pulling
There we
it
go.
up right
Okay,
now.
here we go. Garrett Wilson had 22.5 points. David Njoku was my most mid player. He had 6.7 points. And worst player, Jamar Chase. Picked you number 1 overall. You had 4.6 points. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Came out with the win. That's all I'm going to say. I'm excited for it. I don't think my team will play that bad weekly. But, again, a win is a win. We have 2 more segments left. And before we get into the last segment, I'm really hyped to say that we have the stat of the week. Anthony, we kind of previewed it last week. I didn't know if you'd be able to find one. Brother in Christ, give it to us. Give it to us.
All right, fellas. So let's recap back to this Eagles game, this Eagles and Cowboys game, okay? Do we remember when Keaton was crashing out a little bit? Anyone want to remind me why Keaton was crashing out during that Eagles game? If you don't remember, it's okay. I will remind you right now.
The Eagles versus what? Cowboys game?
Mm-hmm. Do we remember why he was crashing out?
AJ Brown. AJ Brown.
So if we remember correctly, AJ Brown has 100% catch rate, but he only caught 1 pass, and it was for 8 yards?
8 yards.
You know who also has 1 catch this season? Drake May. Drake May and AJ Brown currently both have 1 are both 1 for 1 for receptions this year.
How long was his reception?
Drake May's? That's actually a great question. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, was it longer? Wait.
I don't know. Probably not.
I want to know this now.
But when Drake May, when he was throwing the ball, it got batted, and he caught the ball, and he started running for it. All I'm going to say is Drake May, AJ Brown, I don't know. Just saying. That's a good stat of the week, fellas.
Yes, Dan.
Oh, my God, I love it. Drake May, that's catch.
Anthony.
Is AJ Brown washed?
Anyways.
Question mark?
I can't find it. But we're going to move on to our last segment. That's awesome. Shout out to Drake May. Hopefully,
shout out to Drake
this week. But week 2 predictions. We're going to get into it. Anthony, I think this is what we should do. Quarterly, you give an update as to all the records. I'll make sure to keep track of it. But at week... Actually, do you want to do halfway?
We can go halfway or quarterly, whatever you want.
Yeah, so we'll do week 4, week 8, week 12, and then week 18. We'll make it easy for you. We're going to go through this again. I think last week we did pretty well, but this is a different week, so let's get into it. Thursday, Commanders at Packers. I got the Packers.
I got the Packers as well.
At Packers, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sunday, Browns at Ravens. This might be both ass.
That's going to be a 44-10 game.
Yep. Jaguars at Bengals. Ooh. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm taking the Bengals, taking the Jaguars.
Give me the Jaguars, dude. Give me the After that week 1, dude, we got it wrong on that week 1, for the Jags. I did not expect them to
the Bengals play like Carolina. That, which I think their defense is not going to play well. That's my prediction, and their offense is going to play well, and that's how we're going to see them for the rest of the year. However, dude, they played like shit. Okay.
Give me the Bengals.
I like that. GNC.
Want to be different.
Going to be different.
Boy. Bitch ass. Bitch ass.
Okay. Giants at Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys.
I assume we were going to do that. Bears at Lions. This is going to be probably belt to ass as well. That is a comeback game after a bad showing in a divisional round.
Yep.
Look, man, it might be close because Ben Johnson is going back home, but Ooh, that's a tough environment to play in. Give me the Lions as well. Patriots at Dolphins. I'm going to take the Patriots. Are you guys going to as well?
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots. Hopefully we get it right this week.
Anthony, if you lose, I will
lose
not
to the
be
fucking
voting
Dolphins
for the Patriots for the rest of the year. I promise
you.
I'm
going to have to do a wellness check on Anthony after that game.
Yeah, seriously.
To be fair,
if his fantasy team
Dolphins
loses,
have our number. The Dolphins have had our number. I'm just going to point this out there. So, yeah.
49ers at Saints. The Niners have a lot of injuries, man.
I'm taking the Niners still. I will never root against them.
Yeah, I think
we're fans.
The Saints are too bad. I think the Saints are too bad. But Anthony, do you think that the Saints are going to pull it out with all the injuries?
No, I don't think you guys have enough injuries to lose to the Saints.
Yeah, I agree. Bills at Jets.
Bills.
What do we have to say? I think it will be closer than we think, though. I mean, that might be a high-scoring game as well if the Jets play anything like they did. Seahawks at Steelers. This is an interesting game.
Ew. Give me the Steelers.
At Steelers. Steelers won in week 1. Man, that'd be a tough
be a close game against two
Seattle starts
teams that hate each other. Steelers and Steelers and Seahawks. Sorry, I thought you said Steelers and Raiders. Yeah, give me the Steelers.
Seahawks at Steelers.
I want to take the Steelers because Steelers now have DK. I think DK is going to go in on the Seahawks on this, so I think I'm going to take the Steelers.
I'm going to take the Seahawks. I think they're going to bounce back. That's going to be my one difference, I think, this week with all of our predictions. God damn. Can I spell Seahawks, please? Hawks. Jeez.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah.
All right. Rams at Titans.
The Rams.
Give me the Rams.
Panthers at Cardinals. This can be close.
Cardinals.
Both these teams are not great. I'm going to say the Cardinals because they're at home. Broncos at Colts. Do we dare do it?
I'm doing the Colts. Give me the Colts.
No way.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Bones Jones.
Daniel Bones Jones.
Bo Pix is going to come back and he's going to fucking, prove everyone that he's still a great quarterback, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a bounce back game for him. Give me the Broncos.
This is our Colts.
Give me Bo Pix.
Our team.
The Broncos.
I can't stand that.
We love them.
I'm going to go with the Broncos as well.
Whether win or lose.
Because I can't pick on the Colts yet, or I can't pick the Colts
blue,
yet. So I'm just not confident. God, I think the Dolphins are just that bad.
To fucking Oregon. That shit annoyed the fuck out of me when we're all in Oregon.
So bad. Oregon. All right, well, getting into our game of the week, we have the Eagles at Chiefs. I'm going to be honest with you, I think the Chiefs bounce back.
They're going to bounce back.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Give me the Eagles.
Did we all say the Chiefs? Oh.
Nope.
Anthony.
Give me the Eagles.
Anthony.
Too many injuries right now with the Chiefs. Mahomie is looking a little Mahomo out there with no receivers. Oh no. Give me the Eagles.
Okay, that's insane. Falcons at Vikings. This is going to be a great game, but I'm taking the Vikings.
Give me the Vikings.
Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Bucks at Texans. Give me the Bucks. I don't think the Texans are that good. Honestly, watching them, they didn't look great. CJ Stroud didn't look spectacular. I think the Bucks are going to squeeze us out, man. I do.
Yeah.
Cody?
Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. It's going to be a close one, but I think the Bucks are going to win that one.
All right. And our last game, Monday Night Football. First, they have two. So the first one was the Bucks at Texans, and the Falcons at Vikings were Sunday Night Football. Sorry, I forgot to say that. But the last game, Chargers at Raiders. Now, remind me, do the Chargers typically lose to Raiders? Don't the Raiders typically have Raiders? Don't the Raiders typically have their number?
Give me the
Raiders 2024. Let's see. Chargers beat them in week 1 last year, 22-10. What else do we have about this? I'm just seeing I think they only played them one time last year, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
no, they should have played twice. They had to have.
Here. Looking more at it. Here's another one. So, week 18 last year, Chargers beat the Raiders 34-20 as well. So Chargers beat them both times last year.
Give me the Chargers.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think after how the Chargers were playing last week against the Chiefs, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to take the Chargers on this.
Just with how the Patriots beat, or the Raiders beat the Patriots by fucking 40,000 points. I feel like the Raiders are
messed it up. Opinion invalid. Messed it up.
So, do you actually think the Raiders are going to win?
Yep.
Or are you just messing around?
No, all right. The Raiders are going to win. After last
put it down. Put it down.
The pillow fighters of New England. I think the Raiders are going to win. So
now you're memeing. Well, guys, that was a good episode. Thank you for tuning in to our week 1 recap, some news, and our week 2 predictions. Anthony, we're so back with fucking with you and meeting you. It's awesome. Cody, thank you for that little segment at the end there. Best of luck to you guys in fantasy because, look, man, even if I lose, we're tied at best. So I'm the best.
Yeah.
I'm the best ever in the end zone. I'm just kidding. But best of luck to you guys. Hopefully the Patriots bounce back. Hopefully the Niners don't get more injured. You guys got any final words?
Nothing much.
Cool. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.